Who else is ready to get ab-tastic today? We are focusing on that strong core today, feeling nice and engaged, feeling nice and tall, and really just help us to feel supported and as strong as we possibly can. Let's get started. All you'll need is your mat. We're gonna lie right on down when you're ready and start with a few nice deep Pilates breaths to find your center, find your core, and start to just move your way mentally into the space, getting ready to work out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. You know what to do. And then from here, I'm just going to go ahead and have you imprint your spine. Once you're imprinted, feel those ribs and hips moving nice and close together. Can we keep our neck and our chest relaxed? Right leg's lifting right up onto tabletop, and then left leg's going to meet the right leg, both legs coming into tabletop. Starting with our toe taps or our knee folds, your right foot's just going to come right back down where it came from, and then lift right back to table. Left foot comes down, lifts right back to table. Can we keep our core pulled in as your leg moves away from you? Can you keep your spine imprinted, trying to tuck your tailbone up towards the sky? You want to breathe in as your leg moves away, and breathe out as your knee lifts right back over your hip. I want you to make sure that it's your thigh bone that's moving away from you. Think like a pendulum on a grandfather clock. Instead of just dropping your foot down towards your seat on either side, this is really about those strong obliques. One leg at a time. That toe will gently graze the mat before you scoop it right on up with those abs. Feeling nice and strong here. We're going to do 2 more sets. And then once you're done with your last set here, you'll just pause with both legs back at tabletop. Glue your inner thighs together. And you're just going to rock your head like you're saying no, sending your right ear towards the mat, and then sending your left ear towards the mat. Can you relax your neck while keeping your abdominals engaged? Can you think navel to spine, spine to navel, to bring as much of the activity into your core instead of into those hip flexors? 1 more of these, shaking your head. And then you look right back up towards the sky. From here, both toes are going to start to drop back down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Scoop those knees right back above your hips. Breathing in to drop both sets of toes. Breathing out to scoop, scoop, lift. So find that engagement in your center. Can you initiate your exhale before the knees come back up? So breathe in, pause, initiate, and then scoop. Feel how that takes the tension out of your hip flexors. Your goal is to keep your torso as steady and still as you possibly can. Now you've just got 3 more of these. On this last one, go ahead and hug your knees all the way in towards your chest. Relax the low back. Give those abs a break, those hips a break. And then from here, you're going to hold your knees in, but lift your arms straight up towards the ceiling. We're going to come into an abdominal curl. Big inhale. Exhale, bring your hands by either side of your legs as you lift your head, neck, and chest. Take a peek at those knees. And then when you're ready, keep your core imprinted. Send both legs long across the room, long pencil shape. From here, can you find Pilates V in your feet? You're going to take a nice big breath in to prepare. And on the exhale, start to pump your arms for your 100. Breathing in for 5 of these pumps and breathing out for the next 5. So it's long, slow, controlled breaths, but super fast pumps of those arms. Waking up your cardiovascular system, letting that blood flow, finding the engagement in your shoulders, reaching out those fingertips like 2 laser lights. Continue to breathe here. You got this. Pull into your core. I promise it's helping you. Breathe, breathe, breathe as you pump. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees. Drop that head. Take a little rock with the torso from side to side. Really, really nice work. Guess what? We get to set those feet down for this next exercise. From here, find your neutral. We're going to keep a neutral as we bring our hands behind our head with our elbows bent out wide towards the side. You're just leaving your head hanging out on your hands like a little pillow to start. I'll let you know as we build on this one. Can you lift your right leg up into tabletop? You're going to point that right set of toes. And then all I want you to do is just straighten your right leg and then bend your right knee. Straighten your right leg and bend your right knee. Can you exhale as it goes long? Inhale as it bends back in. Can you keep your hips, your pelvis nice and steady? And think about hugging your left inner thigh in towards your midline. Now we're going to do 2 more of these. On the second one, hold that right knee up at tabletop. From here, hands, head heavy in your hands. You're going to lift your head, neck, and chest up. Keep your head heavy in your hands. And then continue that exact same thing. Right leg long, right knee bent. Right leg long, right knee bent. Can you maintain your neutral and your low back? And then from here, we're going to start to add a little twist. As your right knee bends in, your left elbow twists to meet it. And then we come back to square as your leg goes long. Left elbow twist meets your knee. And then come right back out nice and long. So it's like a single leg bicycle twist almost. Think about your head getting heavier to your hands. Think about your left rib making its way towards that right hip. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set that foot down. Set your shoulders, neck, and head down. Keep those elbows wide. We're doing that exact same set of exercises on the second side. Left knees floating up to table. You're going to start to send that left leg out and in, out, and in. So think of this like your bend and your stretch. You don't often do it in this position with just this one leg, but think about that right inner thigh hugging your midline. Feel the difference. Head stays heavy in our hands as we lift our head, neck, and chest up. Continue that same thing out and in, out, and in. Working that left side abdominal here. Reaching that leg. When you're ready, go ahead and add that twist. Right elbow, left knee, and then out, back, nice and long, square. Crunch it in, reach it out, twist it in, reach it out, right rib, left hip. You've got this. Activate, activate across your core. See if you can lift even higher for your last 4, last 3, last 2, and then after this last one, set that right foot down, shoulders, neck, and head lower. Take a breath. From here, you're going to come right on up into your abdominal curl. Both feet hanging out down on the ground. Head, neck, and chest lifts. Press your head back into your hands. Feel how that activates those uppermost abdominals even more. From here, you're going to try to imprint your low spine. So upper and lower abs both trying to meet, both trying to work. And then both legs are going to float right up on into tabletop. Are you still pressing your head heavy back into those hands? Are you still pulling your abdominals in instead of puffing them up? You're going to go into your 2-leg bend and stretch. So both legs are going to go right on out, and then both knees are going to come right back in. Breathing out to go long, breathing in to come back in. Try to keep yourself parallel this time. So instead of heels together, toes apart when the legs go long, we keep that squeeze in the inner thighs. Now from here, your angle of the legs is a little bit higher than it was in that 100 to really keep the back of your belly button glued down. We're just going to do 4 of these. 3 of these. 2 of these. On this next one, you're going to pause with both legs at tabletop. Now just my left leg is going to go long as I twist my left elbow towards my right knee. Come right back to tabletop and twist over to the left for your Pilates crisscross. Make sure you're pausing at tabletop every time, and make sure you're just twisting your heart from side to side instead of lowering your head between each rep. So staying vertical as we twist our ribs and we twist our ribs. Exhale as you twist. Inhale to center. Exhale as you twist. Inhale to center. Really engage. Keep your chest wide. Next time my left leg's long, I'm twisted to the right, I'm going to pause. I'm going to lift my straight left leg up and lower it back down. Lift it up and lower it back down. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and then go ahead and switch sides from here. Pull it back to tabletop to center. Switch twist to the left. Lift and lower that right leg. Not very many of these. We've just got 4, 3, 2, and then you can hug both knees in towards your chest. Set your shoulders, neck, and head down. Little circles with your knees. Free up any tension in the fronts of those hips. Really pull your navel down towards your spine, stretching out your hamstrings, and go ahead and reverse those circles. And from here, you're going to set both feet down. I'm going to prop myself up onto my forearms here. So my forearms are holding me basically in my abdominal curl, if not even a little bit higher. I'm going to try to glue my ribs and my hips together. So I'm putting that internal corset on, almost think imprint. It's very easy to start to kind of puff your belly up towards the sky in this position. Pull your core in, pull your core down. You want your elbows about underneath your shoulders. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to have you lift one leg at a time into tabletop. Can you keep your neck nice and relaxed? Keep that weight into both whole forearms. Flex both feet and find Pilates V. So heels together, toes apart. Take a peek how you've gone to your diamond shape or your frog. From here, both legs are going to go long as I point my toes. Both knees are going to bend as I flex my feet. Both legs go long. Knees towards my shoulders, flex those feet. Can you keep your ribs and your hips nice and close? You're feeling that opening sensation across your hips on the way in. Strength in those inner and outer thighs to help you turn on your core even more. Now the lower our legs go, the harder it gets to stay scooped in that imprint shape of those low abs. So listen to your body, pick your angle. We're doing 4 of these. 3 of these, 2 of these, and then after this last one, bend those knees, set one foot at a time down. You're going to reach for the backs of your thighs and use your arms to sit all the way up, nice and tall. Shake out your head once you're sitting. Awesome. Let's turn to face towards the side here. So you want to line up yourself with your long end of your mat. We're going to go back to your forearms, but this time it's just one forearm. And we're going to work with a side plank here on each side. It doesn't matter what side you want to start with. Now finding our form here, we've got 2 options. Either just our top leg can go long, keeping that bottom knee down on the ground, or both legs can go long, lifting your hips nice and high. No matter which option you're taking, go ahead and find it now. We're going to send our top arm straight up towards the sky, reach as long as we can in 2 opposite directions. We're holding our plank here, finding your form, activating those bottom obliques to lift your ribs even higher towards the sky. We're going to start to take hip dips from here. Your hips will lower, your hips will lift, your hips will lower, your hips will lift. You're using those bottom obliques, you're feeling it, I know. We are here for a 5, for a 4, for a 3, for a 2. Go ahead and hold that plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that go. Take a breath. You're going to swing your legs all the way around, and we're going to do that exact same side plank on our second side. Now you don't have to match your first side here. You can keep that bottom knee down even if you didn't on the first side. You want to listen to this side of your body because both sides are going to be very different. You'll lift those hips up when you're ready, and then send your top arm straight up towards the ceiling, finding the engagement in your underneath side obliques to start. You notice that that's where the work is. Imagine there's a pane of glass in front of you and behind you. You don't want to smudge that glass. We're going to start to drop those hips. Exhale, lift them up. Can you think belly button to spine here? Reaching long, those shoulders away from your ears. Like there's a string reaching your head and your toes in 2 opposite directions. We are here for 5. We are here for 4, grounding under that forearm for 3. For 2, We hold that plank on 1 for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly let that go. We're going to make our way up onto all fours from here, ending with our leg pull, and then we'll take a stretch. Now you've got 2 options here. Once you're on all fours, a little bit less challenging is going to be 2 straight arms. A little bit more challenging is going to be 2 forearms. So pick what works for you. Listen to your body as always. You're either on those 2 straight arms or you're down on both forearms like a number 11. From here, we're starting with just a nice long line plank. You're going to step 1 foot at a time back, digging those toes into the ground, aiming for that line out the heels and out the crown of your head. Same form like when you were in that side plank. Engage shoulders as far away from your ears as possible. Here comes your leg pull. You're going to lift your right foot up off the ground, set it down. Lift your left foot up off the ground, set it down. Can you point your toe on the way up? Flex your foot on the way down. Point your toe on the way up. Flex your foot on the way down. Can you stay rock solid in your hips and your core, although 1 foot is leaving the ground? Find your strength over your center so that your weight doesn't have to shift, but it can stay right on that midline as your foot just floats away. We've got 2 more sets. You got this, nice and strong in those shoulders. After that last set, holding your plank here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Drop those knees. Sit all the way back towards your heels. Feel the length from your ribs to your hips. Shoulders can come up into the ears this time. You're going to slowly start to round your spine, shifting your weight all the way forward until you end up in your swan. So hips make their way down for the mat. Sending my shoulders down away from my ears, pulling my ribs to my hips to protect my low back, and then slowly lowering down, bending your elbows, resist, resist, as your belly button drops first, then your middle back, then your upper chest. Set the forehead down, take a breath. We're going to do 2 more of those. Can you breathe in as you lift your head, lift your heart, as close to 2 long arms as you can, big stretch, shoulders down away from my ears, my neck's relaxed, and then slowly resist as you bend your elbows, belly button drops first, chest drops second. Can you reach your heart further through your shoulder blades, and then set your forehead down and take a breath. 1 last one of these, final stretch, breathe in, lift your head, lift your heart. From here, we're going to look over our right shoulder, take tension out of our neck, look over our left shoulder, look back to center, and lower all the way down. Take a breath once you're down there. Amazing work. Start to make your way up to your seat or to your knees. Give yourselves a hand. Hope you're feeling ab-tastic. After that, can't wait to see you next time on the mat.